Beg or leave. Those 4 words changed my life forever. If you've ever been humiliated by someone you loved in front of a crowd, stay with me, because what happened after I walked away left 30 people completely speechless, and my wife called me before I even reached the highway. My name is Ethan Carter. I was 38 years old, owned a small construction company, and had been married to my wife, Vanessa, for 11 years. From the outside, we looked like the perfect couple. We lived in a beautiful house, drove nice cars, and attended every social event together. But behind closed doors, our reality was very different. Vanessa came from a wealthy family, and she never let me forget it. Even though I worked 12-hour days and built my business from the ground up, she constantly treated me like I wasn't good enough. The breaking point came at her father's 65th birthday party. More than 30 guests filled the large garden behind her parents' mansion. Business owners, relatives, close friends, everyone was there. I had spent the entire afternoon setting up tables, moving equipment, and making sure everything looked perfect. Still, Vanessa didn't thank me even once. As the evening went on, I noticed her becoming colder. She laughed loudly with her friends while acting as though I wasn't even there. Then came the moment that changed everything. One of her cousins jokingly asked why I looked so serious. Before I had the chance to answer, Vanessa smirked. Maybe because he knows he doesn't belong here. The group burst into laughter. I forced a smile. Then her friend Rebecca chimed in. Come on, Ethan. Lighten up. Vanessa took a sip of her wine and looked straight at me. You know what your problem is? Pride. The conversations around us stopped. Every eye turned toward us. She stepped closer. If you want to stay here tonight, then apologize to my father for embarrassing the family with your little construction business. I blinked in disbelief. And what are you talking about? Even her father looked confused, but Vanessa wasn't done. Either beg for forgiveness or leave. Silence. 30 people stood there staring at me. I waited for someone to tell her she had crossed the line. No one did. I looked at my wife, the woman I had supported for more than a decade, the woman whose debts I had secretly paid off, the woman whose dreams I had helped finance, and now she wanted me to beg in front of everyone. I slowly nodded. Then I picked up my car keys. Okay, I said calmly. I'll leave. The smile instantly disappeared from her face. I think she expected me to argue, to beg, or to fight back. Instead, I turned around and walked away. The crowd quietly moved aside. Not a single person said a word. I got into my truck and drove off. 10 minutes later, my phone rang. Vanessa. I ignored it. It rang again and again. Then a text appeared. Ethan, answer the phone. I kept driving. A minute later, another message came through. Please pull over. Now I was curious. I answered. What? Her voice sounded completely different. She was panicking. Ethan, where are you? On my way to the highway. Please come back. I laughed. Why? There was a long silence. Then she quietly whispered something that completely stunned me. My father knows. What does he know? Everything. After I left, her father had asked why she hated my business so much. A nervous guest accidentally revealed the truth Vanessa had hidden from everyone. For years, her father believed she was the one helping support our household. In reality, my company had paid for nearly everything. The house, the vacations, the luxury SUV she drove, even the investment she loved bragging about, every bit of it had been funded by me. Her father was furious. When he found out that I had quietly paid off Vanessa's credit card debt years earlier, things became even worse. Then someone revealed that I had also loaned money to several members of her family without ever asking for credit or recognition. The image Vanessa had carefully built over the years collapsed within minutes. According to her, her father stood up in front of everyone and asked one simple question. If Ethan is such an embarrassment, why has he been carrying half this family for years? No one had an answer. Guests started leaving. Relatives stopped defending her. Even her closest friends looked uncomfortable. For the first time that evening, Vanessa was standing completely alone. Please come back, she begged through tears. I pulled my truck onto the side of the road. For a moment, I actually thought about turning around. 11 years of marriage isn't something you walk away from easily. But then I remembered her words, beg or leave. She hadn't said them in private. She hadn't said them during an argument. She said them publicly. She wanted to humiliate me. I took a deep breath. No. Ethan, please. You already made your choice. I ended the call. For the first time in years, I felt at peace. 3 months later, Vanessa filed for divorce. 6 months later, it was finalized. 1 year after that, my company secured the biggest contract in its history. Business doubled. Then it tripled. Meanwhile, I heard Vanessa had moved into a small apartment and was trying to rebuild her life. I don't hate her, but some lessons come at a very high price. The night she told me to beg or leave, she believed she was testing my pride. What she was really testing was my self-respect. And the moment I walked away, I didn't just gain my freedom, I got my dignity back too.